life hacks beyond convention, we want to talk about consulting with the locals. So many services have centralised to large cities, and they have no idea how um, things operate or aren't abreast of everything that's changed in perhaps a country town. So let's talk about talking to the locals. Enjoy.
I think one of the problems we have is that groups and departments and everything else don't consult locals, and they don't seem to want to. And it's really critical that they do. I mean, we've had problems with fighting fires, and this is
Mm,
prime fire season, where someone from the city said, "Oh, you can go and get water there," and the bloke in the truck said, "Nah, that's been cut off for 3 years. I'll go and get it there." And they said, "No, no, no, no,
mm,
you have to go. You have to go where I tell you." And the guys have just gone, "Oh, just ignore that person because you can go there. There's no water. You
mm,
can't fill up, so you need to go where you know."
mm,
Yeah.
mm,
And I know when
mm.
they fought fires in Clare decades ago, they had all these ideas that they were going to do. And yeah, in the end, they were supposed to be the locals were going to get in trouble for what they'd done. But the reality is, what others in the city were talking about wasn't even possible. And then they
Mm.
put the ambulance, they centralised or ambulance calls, and I was having what's called SVT so many years ago. So my heart rate was at 210. If it stays that way too long, you can have a heart attack. So, and what it also does to the body is you purge from both ends. So I'm in the bathroom, I'm ringing 911, 911,
000.
000. Oh, brain,
Too
too
much
much
American
American.
movies.
Yes,
Too many
and
American
news.
movies.
And so I yeah, so I'm talking to this girl and I'm saying, I'm in Gladstone, blah blah blah, and she said, "Oh, is that anywhere near Port Neil?" There's a
Oh yeah,
gulf.
right.
There's a gulf between my town and Port Neil. And I was absolutely horrified because I thought I was dying. And I thought, no. And then she hung up on me.
Oh, okay.
Didn't tell me anyone was coming. And luckily, they had got through to Gladstone, and it was a friend of mine who was on, and she just came straight here. She came here with oxygen on her own, and then the team came 2 minutes later. But if there'd been a completely different team, they wouldn't have known where she was talking about. Like, yeah. So that I since then I think that's been issues been fixed, but it shouldn't have been done in the first
Well,
place.
I was because I had to. This is going back, I don't know, a few months now. I had to get the RACV, so the automobile um,
Yep.
help to come and help get my battery going. I don't know how I flattened it, but I did. And anyway, I wasn't quite sure where I was.
Mm.
It was like I kind of knew where I was, but I didn't know what the names of the streets were
Yep.
where I was. And I just thought, wow, things have really changed since new technologies come in because then now I can't remember how I did. They must have tracked where my phone call was.
Yep. Mm.
Yeah, and got the location from my phone. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, so the guy didn't have any problems finding me at all because I
Good.
just came up on their map
Yeah. Oh,
as to
brilliant.
where the phone originated from. Because it's
Mm.
like, because I was thinking, even when I was ringing him, I'm thinking they're going to ask where I am, and I'm going to say I don't know. It's
Mm. Yeah.
like, oh, I can see this, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
So I'm assuming that that technology's probably rolled out to, well, if it's come to RACV, it'd have to be in emergency services because it'd go to emergency services before it'd go to, um,
yeah.
automobile
Yeah. And you can do
help.
something called drop a pin on your map too,
Yeah,
but you
yeah,
must zoom in on it because
yeah.
Tony dropped a pin. He was out at well out of Orroroo by some kilometres on a
Mm.
farm, and he just went, "Oh yeah," with his big fat fingers and hit Orroroo or something. And it took me in the opposite direction because he hadn't zoomed in enough, and
Yeah,
the screen
yeah.
had, yeah, had,
Yeah, yeah,
had
yeah. So that's good, isn't
registered
it? That
the
we
right.
can even do it ourselves,
Yeah,
just
we can
with
now.
family. Yeah.
Mm.
But this, I mean, when they just knew where I was, there was a part of me, because I guess I could have turned location services off. I'm assuming you'd have the ability to, though I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
do. Yeah,
Can
you
they
do.
override that for,
Oh, well, they could possibly find out through the towers, but then if you're rural, the towers are further
mm.
away. Don't know.
So there was a part
Mm.
of me that's like, oh, okay, they know exactly where I am. But then there was a
Yeah.
part of me that's like, oh, this is good.
Yeah. And I
Mm,
imagine you can, if you leave your location services turned off, you can turn it on and it would register if you've got
mm,
coverage, I imagine.
mm.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing with so I've turned my location services back on because I'd
Mm.
turned that off. And then I've got these photos that I couldn't remember where I took them. And so because I didn't have the location services on, the metadata wasn't there.
Ah,
And I
yeah.
just thought, okay, I've decided
You leave it on.
that leave it on and that it's okay if they know where I am. And,
Yeah.
I was getting really thingy. I think the things we get thingy about, I
Mm.
was getting, because I'm thinking, I partly would like to do the DNA test for the genealogy stuff, but then it's like, oh yeah, but then what are they going to do with my DNA? And then I just suddenly thought, well, this is ridiculous. Whoever wants my DNA has already got my DNA because I've had however many blood tests in my life. My
Mm.
DNA is out
Out
there in
there.
the never nevers anyway. So
Yeah.
it's just like we just get these, I don't know, you get these ideas in your head and you go round and round and round, and then
Yeah.
it's just like it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
somebody's got, what are they going to do with it? If
Mm.
they want to make little mini Sonias, go for it.
Yeah. But you're not paying child support.
Yeah, that's it. Absolutely.
Your choice, you do it. Oh dear.
I thought, like, why am I why
Mm.
am I worried about that? Is it
Um,
an issue?
yeah.
Now, some of the things that they talk about, I guess, which is the things that have gone over and over in my head, that they can use our DNA for not nefarious, but things like, for example, you might get refused insurance because there's this gene that might turn on. And so,
Yeah.
now we're not prepared to give you life insurance because you might get A, B, or C
Yeah.
and die young or something.
Mm.
So, like, I can understand all of those thoughts.
Yes. Mm.
Um, but in the end, I just thought, look, if they want my DNA,
Mm.
I've been I've had blood tests forever. And what if you're a blood donor? I have never been able
Mm.
to bring myself to be a blood donor. I often feel bad that I don't want to donate my blood, but anyway, that's where I'm at. But there's so many people that
That
have been
do.
blood donors.
Mm.
Yeah. So I
Mm.
think, well, their DNA's out there in
Yeah.
the world, isn't it?
Yeah. It is.
So
Yes.
anyway,
I can't be a blood donor because they don't know what causes ME/CFS, so they just won't accept it.
yeah,
Mm. But with the
yeah.
DNA, it's a bit like comments about getting ID cards and stuff. And I saw this on an American site, and I was, oh, they'll have your face and all this sort of thing. And someone was really upset about them having your face because they were putting cameras in supermarkets and all the rest of it. And it was
Oh,
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
hello, have you heard of driver's licenses? They've already got
Uh,
your face.
Well, I have to admit, when I was in the supermarket the other day
Yeah.
and the way that it was, I could see me. Like, it's
Oh,
like, I'd much rather that your camera was somewhere I didn't know you were. I mean, you're looking at you, but every time I'd look up, there I was looking at myself. And that was a little bit confronting, to be honest.
You don't need to see you, just the person in the office needs to see you. Oh dear.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
And sometimes I would get thingy about this whole the fact that they've got your digital
yeah.
face.
Mm.
And then I thought, well, it's out there on YouTube land, isn't it?
Yeah, it
What are
is
you getting
now.
worried about?